The 5.0 Coyote 5.8 is one of the best engines Ford has ever built. Naturally aspirated, high revving, genuinely capable of 200,000 miles, and significantly beyond in the hands of the right owner. But the Coyote has its own specific set of failure patterns that show up with remarkable consistency on engines whose owners got specific things wrong. Not catastrophic design failures, not manufacturing defects. The Coyote is one of the more reliable V8 engines on the market when maintained correctly. Most of the common failure patterns, cam phaser tick, timing chain wear, and oil pressure complaints, trace directly back to oil maintenance. Oil maintenance. The same thread runs through almost every significant Coyote failure in the ownership data. Today we are going through every specific thing that Coyote owners get wrong, the habits and decisions that turn one of Ford's most capable engines into an expensive shop visit that should never have happened. My name is Mark. Whether you drive an F-150 or a Mustang GT, if it has a 5.0 Coyote under the hood, this list applies to your engine right now. Let's get into it. Never do this. Run the engine hard immediately after a cold start. The Coyote's variable valve timing system uses 4 oil pressure actuated cam phasers and 3 timing chains. Every one of those components requires full, consistent oil pressure to operate correctly, and on a cold start, that pressure is building from near zero. The oil pump is pressurizing the main gallery. The cam phaser feed passages are filling. The timing chain tensioners are establishing their hydraulic pressure. This process takes seconds, but those seconds are the most vulnerable window in the Coyote's entire operating cycle. The owner who starts the Coyote cold and immediately accelerates aggressively is applying maximum load to cam phasers and timing chain tensioners that are not yet at full hydraulic pressure. The cold start cam phaser rattle, the distinctive metallic ticking that quiets as the engine warms, is the audible signal of this exact condition. On a healthy Coyote with fresh oil, this rattle lasts a few seconds and disappears. On a Coyote whose owner drives aggressively on cold starts, consistently, those seconds accumulate into cam phaser wear that eventually produces a rattle that does not disappear. 60 seconds of light load after every cold start. No aggressive acceleration, no high RPM pulls, no heavy towing loads until the temperature gauge has moved off its cold position. 60 seconds of discipline on every cold start protects the most sensitive components during the most vulnerable window of every drive. Never do this. Trust the oil life monitor as the absolute maximum interval. The Coyote's oil life monitor is more sophisticated than a fixed mileage sticker, and it is consistently misleading owners into extending their intervals beyond what the engine's cam phasers and timing chains actually require. The monitor is calibrated for average driving, highway-weighted mixed driving, and moderate temperatures. An F-150 that tows regularly, a Mustang that sees track days, an F-150 in a hot climate under sustained heavy loads. These conditions degrade oil chemistry significantly faster than the monitor's average assumption accounts for. The cam phasers and timing chain tensioners that depend on oil pressure consistency pay the price with every mile driven on oil the monitor still shows as serviceable. 5,000 miles. That is the maximum interval for the Coyote in real-world conditions, not the monitor's maximum suggestion and not the extended performance oil's claimed service life. 5,000 miles with quality full synthetic. The owners approaching 200,000 miles on their Coyotes without cam phaser issues are almost universally on 5,000-mile or shorter intervals. The owners presenting cam phaser and timing chain complaints at 80 and 90,000 miles are almost universally on longer ones. Never do this. Use a budget oil filter. The anti-drainback valve inside the oil filter holds oil in the filter body during the engine's off period. So when the engine starts, the filter is already full, and pressurized delivery to the cam phasers and timing chain tensioners begins immediately. A budget filter's inferior anti-drainback valve allows oil to drain back into the pan overnight. On cold start, the filter is partially empty, and the cam phasers and timing chain tensioners wait for the filter to refill before full oil pressure reaches them. Those extra seconds of pressurization delay are the extra seconds of vulnerable window during which those components move without full lubrication. Across thousands of cold starts over a high mileage ownership period, That accumulated delay produces measurable cam phaser and timing chain wear that the correct filter would have prevented. Motorcraft filters are the straightforward recommendation. Wix and Purelator. Pure One are the independently validated alternatives the Coyote community consistently endorses. The cost difference versus the cheapest shelf option is $2 to $4 per oil change. $2 to $4. Quality filter. Every single change. Never do this, normalize the Coyote tick, and keep driving. The Coyote tick is the most commonly normalized symptom in the Coyote owner community. It appears. Someone in a forum says it is normal. The owner accepts it, and the tick continues accumulating cam phaser wear on every cold start until the rattle stops resolving after warm-up, the signal that damage has progressed from a lubrication condition to a mechanical wear condition. 3 distinct tick presentations require 3 distinct responses. A tick that resolves completely within 30 seconds of cold startup is a lubrication condition. Fresh oil at a 5,000-mile interval, a quality filter, and 60 seconds of light load warm-up after cold starts is the correct response. A tick that takes longer than 60 seconds to resolve, or that occasionally returns at hot idle, is progressing beyond the lubrication stage. The VVT solenoids should be inspected and potentially replaced before the tick produces cam phaser mechanical failure. Solenoid replacement runs a few $100s. Cam phaser and timing chain replacement runs significantly more. A tick that does not resolve after warm-up, accompanied by a P0011 or P0021 fault code, or a misfire alongside the noise, is mechanical cam phaser failure. Full cam phaser and timing chain service is the repair. The mistake most Coyote owners make is treating all 3 stages the same, normalizing the first, ignoring the second, and discovering the third only after the repair cost has multiplied significantly beyond what addressing the first stage would have required. Under sustained hard use, extended towing, track driving, aggressive highway operation, the oil in the Coyote's cam phaser circuit reaches elevated temperatures the engine manages during operation. When the engine is shut off immediately after that sustained use, the oil pump stops. The residual heat in the cam phaser passages is no longer being carried away by flowing oil, and it concentrates in those specific galleries as the surrounding metal radiates heat into them. This heat soak degrades the oil chemistry in the cam phaser passages at a rate significantly higher than normal operating temperature produces. The degraded oil that results is the oil the next cold starts cam phasers depend on for their initial lubrication before the circuit pressurizes. The oil whose protective chemistry has been most compromised, serving the phasers during their most vulnerable window. 60 to 90 seconds of idle after any sustained hard driving before shutdown. On the F-150, this applies after extended towing sessions. On the Mustang GT, this applies after track or autocross events. The habit costs nothing and protects the most thermally sensitive components at the most thermally demanding end of every drive. Never do this, ignore oil consumption. On the Gen 3 Coyote. The Gen 3 Coyote, the 2018 and newer application with the dual fuel port and direct injection system, introduced excessive oil consumption as a documented complaint at a rate above Gen 1 and Gen 2 applications. Some 2018 through 2020 examples consumed oil at rates that owners were not expecting from a modern V8. The viscosity response the community has documented for Gen 3 consumption is a move from 5W20 to 5W30 full synthetic on higher mileage examples, demonstrating consumption above 1 quart per 1,000 miles. The slightly heavier operating viscosity provides better oil film retention at the cylinder wall, reducing the amount of oil passing the piston rings and reducing consumption measurably. More importantly, check the oil level on any Gen 3 Coyote monthly rather than relying on the oil life monitor alone. The monitor tracks oil degradation. It does not track oil level. A Gen 3 consuming half a quart per 1,000 miles can drop below safe operating level between services without triggering any warning until the oil pressure drops to a level already causing damage. Monthly level checks on 2018 through 2020 examples are not optional. In 2024, a major recall affected almost 91,000 2021 and 2022 F-150, and Mustang models for potential engine intake valve fractures leading to engine stalls and power loss. Addressed at no cost at any Ford dealership, waiting for the owners who never checked to come in and claim it. Check your VIN against the NHTSA recall database. If you own a 2021 or 2022 Coyote-powered F-150 or Mustang, the intake valve fracture recall is the most significant safety-adjacent Coyote recall in recent production history and the most consistently unclaimed by owners who did not know it applied to their vehicle. The Coyote's production history also includes recall actions for fuel pump failures affecting significant numbers of vehicles. Every unclaimed recall is a known documented concern that Ford has already funded the fix for, waiting for the owner who has never checked their VIN to come in and receive it. 7 things most Coyote owners are getting wrong. 7 habits and decisions that the ownership data connects directly to the failure patterns this engine should never produce. Never run it hard on a cold start. Never trust the oil monitor to its maximum interval. Never use a budget filter. Never normalize the tick. Identify the stage and respond before it progresses. Never hot shut after sustained hard use. Never ignore Gen 3 oil consumption. And never drive a Coyote-powered vehicle without verifying every applicable recall has been addressed. The owners not making these mistakes are the ones approaching 250,000 miles on engines that still sound like delivery day. Drop a comment below telling us what year and application your Coyote is in and how many miles you have on it right now. We want to hear from this community. Save this video, share it with every F-150 and Mustang GT owner you know. Subscribe for more Ford engine guides and everything the dealership hopes you never figure out. New video every week. We will see you in the next one.